While we scroll endlessly through social media, consuming content that often adds no real value to our lives, I couldn't help but wonder, are we losing touch with what really matters? Our history, our roots, our identity. So, I decided to bring you something different, something important. What if I told you that one decision nearly a century ago changed the fate of the Muslim world forever? This is the story of the Ottoman Empire. Once a beacon of power, unity, and leadership, and the controversial figure who dismantled it, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. But was it truly progress, or did we lose something far greater in the process? Stay with me as we unravel this turning point in history and uncover the lessons it holds for us today. My name is Amir, and today I'm going to put some light on later parts of Ottoman Empire and the founder of Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. A brief introduction to Ataturuk. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, born in 1881 in Thessaloniki, was the son of Ali Reza Effendi and Zubayd Hanım. Ataturk pursued education in local secular, at some point joined military school, and got graduated as captain from Ottoman military school. From a young age, he exhibited intellect and ambition. He pursued a military education, rising to prominence during World War I with his leadership and strategic skills. Ataturk believed in secularism, nationalism, and modernization, which became the foundation of his vision for a new Turkey. His early life and career were marked by a desire to break away from the old systems and embrace Western ideals, a path that would later transform Turkey but alienate many Muslims. Sultan Abdul Hamid's rule. Sultan Abdul Hamid II, born in 1842, ruled the Ottoman Empire during its most challenging period. He was a deeply religious leader who viewed the unity of the Muslim Ummah as a sacred responsibility. One of his most remarkable achievements was his staunch defense of Palestine. When the Zionist movement sought to buy land in Palestine to establish a Jewish homeland, Abdul Hamid categorically refused, stating, "I cannot sell even a foot of land, for it does not belong to me, but to the entire Ummah. Let the Jews keep their millions. If the Caliphate is one day destroyed, they can take Palestine without paying for it." He dissolved the Ottoman Parliament in 1878, believing that a centralized rule was necessary to counteract internal dissent and external threats. He invested in infrastructure, education, and the strengthening of Islamic identity. His pan-Islamic policies aimed to resist Western imperialism and maintain the sovereignty of Muslim lands. Ataturk's betrayal of the Ottoman Empire. Ataturk distanced himself from the Ottoman legacy, presenting it as outdated and incapable of modernizing. During the empire's collapse after World War I, he spearheaded a nationalist movement, directly opposing the Sultanate and Caliphate. Through his political maneuvers, he abolished the Ottoman Caliphate in 1924 and established the Republic of Turkey, where he became the first president. Ataturk's vision, though focused on modernization, was built on dismantling centuries of Islamic governance, leaving the Muslim world divided and vulnerable. His actions marked the end of a unifying Islamic leadership. Ataturk's reforms against Islamic values. Ataturk implemented sweeping reforms that secularized Turkey, many of which were directly against Islamic values. These included abolishing Sharia law and religious courts, replacing the Arabic script with Latin, enforcing Western-style clothing, and banning the fez, changing the call to prayer from Arabic to Turkish, closing religious schools, and reducing the role of Islam in public life. These reforms were seen as a betrayal by many, erasing Turkey's Islamic identity in favor of Western ideals. Allegations of Western collaboration. Ataturk's rapid adoption of Western systems and his disdain for traditional Islamic governance led to allegations of collaboration with Western powers. Many believe that his reforms were designed not just to modernize Turkey, but to align it with the West's cultural and political agenda at the cost of Islamic unity. The shattered dream of Muslim unity. The abolition of the Caliphate under Ataturk's rule was a devastating blow to the Muslim world. It symbolized the end of a centuries-old institution that united Muslims under a single leadership. The void left behind has yet to be filled, leaving the Muslim world fragmented and struggling to find a collective voice. 7. Palestine, Abdul Hamid, and Turkey today. Sultan Abdul Hamid II's refusal to sell Palestinian land was a defining moment in the defense of Islamic heritage. He warned that once the Caliphate fell, Palestine would be lost, and history proved him right. Today, thousands of Palestinians have been killed, and their land continues to be occupied. What is Turkey's role now? Under Ataturk's secular foundation, Turkey established strong trade ties with Israel and has largely remained silent on the genocide of Muslims in Palestine. Despite its industrial and scientific advancements, Turkey's reluctance to defend Masjid al-Aqsa and the Palestinian cause raises a critical question. What is the use of progress if it comes at the cost of our faith, unity, and responsibility toward fellow Muslims? This is the Turkey of Ataturk, a nation focused on westernization and material success, but seemingly disconnected from its Islamic roots and the Ummah's struggles. Ataturk's legacy today. Ataturk is remembered in Turkey as the founder of the Republic and a symbol of modernization. However, in the broader Islamic world, his legacy is controversial. For many, he represents a betrayal of Islamic values and the unity of the Muslim world. His reforms, though progressive in a material sense, are seen as a cultural and spiritual loss for the Muslim Ummah. Closing call to action. History is not just about the past. It's about the choices we make today. Let us reflect on the legacies of Sultan Abdul Hamid II and Ataturk. While one defended the unity of the Muslim world, the other dismantled it. It's time to understand the consequences of our decisions and strive for a future where progress does not come at the cost of our faith and identity. Share this video, discuss these lessons, and join me in reigniting the spirit of unity and responsibility within the Muslim Ummah. Together, we can honor our past and shape a stronger future.